On the second floor, we had, so the first one, room to the right was your bedroom, then it was Mom and Dad's bedroom, then it was my bedroom, then there was a bedroom in the back where Granny used to sleep, my father's mother, the Etta who we talked about. And also you would, that's where you had a piano, and you practiced your piano back
With the
there,
doors
too.
closed and the windows shut so nobody could hear me.
Well, you got so good at it that you could play Chopin's Minute Waltz in 56 seconds. And then on the third floor, we had a room that was reserved for Uncle Harry, but I also had my train set in that room. Then there was a middle room.
Nana.
Nana's room?
Yeah.
But she was on the first floor.
When she got older and she couldn't make her steps.
Oh, okay, but I remember in the cabinet there was this sample of wrapped up of Mom and Dad's wedding cake. And every once in a while I would sneak up and take a little mouthful. And then they had this, I don't know what they call it, kaleidoscope. It was a stereoscope.
Stereoptic, I think they call it.
There were two pictures. You looked at it through glasses, and you saw 3 dimensions. And that was fascinating. They used to love to look at that. And then the back room on the third floor is where I had my collection of signs.
Signs?
Yes, advertising signs. When the stores threw them out, they used to collect them and put them upstairs.
You skipped the most fun of all.
What's that?
You skipped the cedar closet.
I was getting to the
Oh, you
cedar
go,
closet.
okay.
That was lovely. A big cedar closet with shelves and a beautiful, just most wonderful aroma, freshness. And outside we had a Victrola, a wind-up Victrola. You played 78 RPM records, and that was a lot of fun.
But that's not what you were referring to.
What did we do with the cedar closet, Harry? You have no idea of, no recollection of playing in the cedar closet?
We did play in the cedar closet, but I don't remember what.
Do any of you, if I said Will Rogers, Buck Rogers and Wilma Deering, would that mean anything to you?
Yeah.
Well, they had a spaceship in those days.
Buck
Buck.
Rogers in the 25th century.
And the cedar closet became our spaceship. And was room in there that you could lie down on the shelves. And they were our bunks. And then the scatter rugs down the steps, bumpity, 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 bump. That was another thing I can recall. And I think there's one other story you should tell them. What happened to this?
No, I think you need to come up here.
Yeah. Tell them what happened to the fish pond.
Well, Dad got worried that I was going to drown in the fish pond with his teeth. So he had it cemented in. That was the end of the fish pond. And later back there, if you remember, I had a hut. Uncle Adolph
Oh,
built
yes, with electricity yet.
electricity and a radio, and a long extension cord. It had a floor and a door and a roof. It was quite a structure.
Herbie, if I said trilling instruments, would that mean anything to you?
Trilling in Montague.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
this-
Trilling? No.
There used to be a manufacturer of surgical instruments. I thought perhaps you might know.
Well, on Fridays or Saturdays, our uncles who were salesmen might stop in, have dinner, or spend the night. Uncle Harry driving up in his Dodge, and he sold Venetian glass and bird baths. Traveled from New Jersey all the way down to Virginia. The other Uncle Adolph always drove a Buick. He had Philadelphia area and New Jersey for a firm named Montague, and he sold Norge refrigerators. Anybody remember the Norge?
Oh yeah, my grandfather had one.
No, but you know what I do remember?
What?
I remember his license plate.
Really?
LL54. He couldn't get AL because it was American Legion. So he had to settle for the LL. And every year he would get the same plate again and again and again.
And then on Sunday, we had a car, but Dad didn't drive, so we had a chauffeur named Dan. We had this car parked in the garage about a block and a half away. Sometimes on a Saturday, Dan would come up, drive up in the car, and take us for a ride. It was a Packard. Once we had a Packard, once we had a very big Studebaker.
With the jump seats in the back?
The house was a twin house, a big twin. On the other side lived the Rabbits, a family by the name of Tom, the Rabbits. Husband's name was Tom, and sure enough, they had a son named Jack Rabbit.
Oh.
They did. They had 3 daughters, Marie,
Catherine,
Catherine,
Teresa.
and Teresa.
There's somebody we're missing, Jeannie.
Oh, was it 4 daughters?
4 daughters, 1 son.
Yeah, there was a Jeannie.
I don't know how you missed Jeannie. She was the prettiest of them all.
And then occasionally would come around our Aunt Bess and Uncle Horace with his waxed mustache. He was a doctor, and he was the only one in the family who ever became notorious. There was an arsenic for a ring in South Philadelphia, murder for insurance in the old days. The wife wanted to get rid of her husband. She contacted this group, and our uncle Horace supplied all of the
You're kidding.
arsenic. He was a physician. He had access to arsenic, and he did about 10 years in Leavenworth.